It's time for American Brain and Brawn, starring John Brenkus and Lacey Evans.
Oh boy! Oh! Look who we got! Look who we got! Look at those guns.
Yeah, I need to work. I haven't been working on them, John, to be honest with you. I just, I need a tan.
Yeah.
I need to get back in the gym. I've been relaxing. I've been eating,
Oh boy. You had it.
Yeah.
There you go. I like you, unlike you, I do have to work out. I do have to watch what I eat. You know what? You just wake up and you're pretty, no matter what you do.
Well, pretty. Yeah.
I have to work. I have to work at it. You know what I mean? This gorgeous face does not come for free. I just don't roll out of bed and look like this.
Obviously, John. I got a couple extra rolls, and I'm not talking about the dinner rolls, John.
Mm-hmm. I hear you.
But I still look good.
You look great. Good is a word you use when something isn't great, and you look great.
You're right.
That's right. I know I'm right. I usually am right. Very rarely am I wrong, especially on this show.
I don't know about that. I think everybody's starting to come in and agree.
Really? I don't think so. How was your Christmas? This is our first time that we have spoken since Christmas.
It was incredible. Obviously, other than everything I ate, I drove up north. I went to North Carolina and I went snow tubing, and it was so much fun. Yeah.
Okay.
And then which was really fun because I bought Summer a pig for Christmas, like this tiny little pig, and we took it on the road with us, and it pissed all in the truck. Little side note there: if you get a pig, it pisses all over everything all the time.
Wow.
So
I didn't know pigs piss. I wouldn't think that.
Squat too. They like literally. She put the pig on the rest at the top of your head in the back of the truck, and then just streamed urine down the back of my truck. So that's a nice smell.
Okay.
But anyway, we drove up. We followed the North Star. That's what we told the kids, and we were just trucking up north and said we'll stop when we hit the snow. And about 4.5 hours later, we found some snow and went tubing the next morning. So it was so much fun.
Now, did you go tubing at an organized park, or did you just find a hill with snow?
Yes, because last time I tried the hill with snow, I almost tubed right down into traffic in New York. So I decided maybe I won't take that route, John. And we paid the $30 a person to actually go safe tubing.
You wrestled an extra match just to make extra scratch so you could go tubing.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's awesome. Well, I used to live in Park City, Utah. So I have done all the winter activities you can possibly do in a lifetime. Done everything. And I've done it to the max, and I'm done with it. So winter for me is the birds.
Yeah, I hate the snow, but I will say that, we got some good speed tubing. So, and guess what I got for Christmas?
What did you get for Christmas, Lacey Evans?
Herbert.
If you
Courtney.
Yell louder.
Hey, Courtney, Harry Bear, show the world what I got for Christmas. Look at that. Look at that, Roger.
Oh, look at that.
How cool is this? Like, on each side.
Like a nice. Wow.
Yeah.
I love that trigger. I love that handle.
On
you got your beautiful daughter on each side.
Yeah. Look, John, everybody out there listening, this is okay. I learned about these pistol grips, like half a year ago. And in World War II, when the men would go out and fight for their families, like fight for their country, they would leave their families, they would leave their wives, they would leave their children, and they would go fight for our country. Well, what they would do is they would put photos of their loved ones in their pistol grips. That way, whenever they had to pull out their weapon to defend themselves, they knew who they were fighting to come home to. And it reminded them of who they were out there trying to protect and who they were trying to come home to. And when I saw that, I was like, oh my gosh. I said, how good would it be for the pistol that protects your home? I'm talking about the one that you carry with you at all times in order to protect your family. If I could do that with mine. So for Christmas, I opened up this box and my husband actually made me my own sweetheart pistol grip and for my Ruger. So I was like, so excited.
Oh, that is awesome. I think that's awesome. Looks like a 9mm pistol.
It is.
And that is awesome. And it looks like that. Now that's the pistol you carry with you everywhere you go.
Yeah, actually, I just traded it for a Beretta, a 9mm Beretta that I carried around everywhere because you can't get a picture pistol grip type thing with a Beretta, apparently. So this is actually a new pistol to me. I've never shot it. I haven't shot it yet. So tomorrow I'm going to go out and put some rounds down range and make this one my go-to muscle memory, quick reaction grab right here.
Now, when you were in the Marines, what weapons did you train on? What were you proficient in?
M4 and Beretta, a 9mm. So
the Benelli M4?
Like M16, M4, you know.
Okay.
Just the military. I've only shot 2. Literally, I was proficient in 2. So what I did when I got out, I bought the same M4 that the military issued me and the same Beretta M9, 9mm.
Wow.
And because, you know, those are the ones I shot for 5 years straight every day. That's what I trained with. That's what I broke down. That's what I field stripped. So to me, it was a no-brainer. Whatever I was most comfortable with, whatever I was trained to stop a threat or be able to grab on any situation, like mentally that was going through my head, it was that same pistol that even no matter how stressed I was, no matter how nervous, no matter what was happening to me, no matter the conditions, whether it was cold, it was dark, those 2 weapon systems I can take apart, reload, you know, if they get blocks stuck, you know, rack, tap, bang. I don't know. Those are little things that we use in the military. But yeah, so I just bought the same one. So this is interesting though, because I've never shot this type of pistol before in my freaking life. So you know, tomorrow will be a first. So fingers crossed that I love it as much as my Beretta, because I probably won't, because that's what I'm used to.
Yeah. Well, that's amazing. So anybody out there, if you have a good Christmas story, if you got a good vacation story, if you have a good gun story, if you have a good fishing story, because I've got a doozy of a fishing story coming up, join us at ababshow.com. ababshow.com. Just type that into your browser, ababshow.com. That's going to take you to a Zoom room where Courtney's going to meet you. And then if we really like what you have to say, you come on the show. So ababshow.com. All right. So listen, Lacey, I do not vacation much. And I just went on my first vacation in a long time. I visited a friend down in the Keys, down in Isla Morada. That's how you pronounce it.
What's the weather like?
Oh, it's really tough. It's like 80 and, you know, partly cloudy. You know, there's some clouds that pass in front of the sun every now and then. So it's just not perfect, but it's, you know, 80. Yeah, boo, clouds.
It's like 40 right now where I'm at, John.
Exactly. So that's why I went south. I'll tell you what, winter is for the birds. And I went south. And I'm almost 50 years old. And I think it's time that Florida become a little bit more of my life. I mean, eventually I'm going to wind up here. I mean, like everybody else. So might as well just start now. So we went down to the Keys. And Herbert, pull up pictures of the boat. And we went fishing out on the bay side today. Went to a secret spot that the captain took us to. And we caught that you have got to believe me, this is not a tall tale. We caught 66 fish in 4 hours. All of them were either Spanish mackerel, which we kept and ate, or redfish. Look at this redfish.
What?
Look at that. That's real. That is a 4 foot, 45 pound redfish. Look at that.
That is nuts. Was that the boat, the first photo? Was that the boat y'all were on in the water?
No, that was like a boat that was across the way at our super secret spot. But look at this. We all caught, we had a 6 people total, including myself. We were literally sitting on top of a school of these things. And look at how beautiful it was. I mean, it is just silly beautiful. Herbert, show the other fish picture with me. Show the other one. Look at it. Like that's a giant Spanish mackerel. And we caught like 30 of those and 30 of the redfish. And that's not an exaggeration. We literally it was unbelievable.
So did you bring all those in? Like, did you?
Well, we had to release the redfish because you're not allowed to keep them if they're over like 24 inches. And all of ours were like 4 feet. So you got to throw those back, but you could keep the mackerel. So we kept the mackerel. Herbert, flip through. I've sent you some of the other pictures.
Look at that. Can you imagine,
look at that.
guys? Like, most people have never fished in their lives, much less reeled in a 4-foot freaking sea. How hard was it to reel in like the biggest fish? Does your arms work?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, well, first of all, look at my arms, I mean,
that was why I asked. I mean, when you're as big as the fishing rod, I'm sure you had to have.
It was unbelievable because, I mean, obviously there's an art to reeling in, and I'm an okay fisherman. My son is much better than I am. He caught way more fish than I did today. He's far more patient. I'm much more muscly. Yeah, this is the Florida Keys today. Like, it was you see those little clouds in front of the sun?
It's so funny. Do you get seasick? Because my husband, like, he cannot go 30 foot out from the bank before he is starting to feel so sick.
So yeah, I don't get seasick, but I do take Dramamine anyway. And I actually started my day scuba diving with giant schools of shark. Like, I literally got up, went scuba diving, checked that off the list, went out on the boat. We went 30 miles offshore into the Gulf of Mexico from the Keys and caught 60 fish and came back and I ate a bunch of the mackerel raw, like sashimi style. And now I'm doing this. That was my entire day.
Oh my
That's it.
I would have had to fry them, John.
Wow. You know what? I don't like cooked fish as much as I like raw fish. So I ate raw fish. And more people in the world eat raw fish than cooked fish.
I don't know about that. Yeah.
You want to go over to Asia and India and go ask everybody? Go ask them what
I live in America.
Recipe they're using.
I am from America, the U.S. of A. And I'm
where we eat sushi.
No. I'm pretty sure there are a lot of people out there that like sushi. The majority of those only do it because it's cool. But I'm pretty confident that the average American likes their fish cooked.
I disagree with that. You know what?
Bring in our fans. I want to hear our fans. I want to hear the truth. All you nasty things out there who think that raw fish is good, don't respond. All those out there that love some good old fried catfish and some good old fried fish, go ahead and respond and tell John.
Now, hold on a second. No one's eating raw catfish. I can tell you that.
No, obviously not raw catfish. I like fried catfish.
Well, fried cat, right? Because you can't eat it any other way. They're bottom feeders. In general,
I don't care if it's mackerel. I don't care if it's whatever the other fish you were talking about that you eat raw, John. That majority rules, and it's cooked fish.
I don't think so. You know what? I'm going to take you up on that bet. I'm going to say, if you had to choose one fish, this is the question to the audience. If you had to pick one fish, and it could either be raw or cooked, any fish you want a tuna, you want salmon, you want mackerel, you can only have one fish, and you can choose whether or not you're going to eat it raw or eat it cooked. Is it raw or cooked? Who wins on this? I think it's going to be clearly raw because cooked fish, it's okay, but it doesn't taste like fish anymore. So you got to cut it out, make it raw, eat it. Like that's how God meant for us to consume fish. It's true. Don't look at me like that. You're looking at me. What are you, 2?
No, I'm looking at you like you're gross, John, and a grown-ass woman could look at that and have the think things are gross, and you eating raw fish is gross to me. God meant a lot of things, okay? God meant a lot of things, a lot of which you aren't even abiding by. So don't bring that into this conversation.
What? What am I not abiding by?
The simple fact is, John, raw fish is disgusting, and I have a
It's not.
that the American
Courtney
fan club will agree with me. Courtney, would you rather eat raw fish or a nice
Do not pander to Lacey Evans. Do not pander to her. She's being a little brat right now. What? She's being like she's saying, I don't like raw fish. What do you want? Chicken fingers and mac and cheese? Is that what you want?
As long as it's cooked. Courtney.
I prefer both. Why not sample both?
No, you had to pick one. That's such a cop-out. Courtney,
well, I can tell you that Jay Shepherdson, Jay Shepherdson says raw fish is disgusting.
What?
Ricky Neal says, yummy, you're making me hungry when you said sushi.
See?
David Rogers says, no sashimi or sushi for me.
Thank you. 2 out of 3.
Hey, David, go eat mac and cheese and some chicken fingers.
Honey, we'll
order off the kids' menu.
What? We'll enjoy it, and we're not going to worry about worms, and we're not going to worry about illnesses, and we're not going to have diarrhea, John. We are going to be full. We are going to be well-fed and happy. Tonight, you're probably going to have worms crawling out your butt, okay? And we're all going to be sitting here squared away with our mac and cheese.
Do you mean more worms crawling out of my butt than normal? Or like what you need to define that.
You're nasty.
You have to define it. Oh my Lord. What are you drinking there, Lacey Evans?
You know what's so funny? I love this. It is CBD 25 milligrams. It's a Kill Cliff, honey. What do you think it is? But it doesn't say the flavor, and I can't seem to put my finger on it.
Spicy pineapple. All you have to do is read the side of the can. It says spicy pineapple.
Why didn't you tell me that? Because before we went
live,
there are
words on the can.
I was like, I couldn't find it.
It's on the side of the can.
No, I swear, John, I can't find it. I'm not.
It's right there, right where your thumb is, your left thumb. Yeah, it says spicy pineapple fusion from the mind of Joe Rogan.
Experience. Oh, okay. How funny. I was in love with this, and before we started the show, I was drinking it, oh my gosh, this is good. And then I kept looking and I couldn't find it. Spicy pineapple, straight out of the mind of Joe Rogan, whatever, but it's so good. It is so good.
It is so good. Those CBD drinks are killer.
Oh my
Those are, honestly, I can't go a day without having them. I travel with them. They're so good. Go, anybody who wants, you should try Killcliff, KILLCLIFF.com.
And
check
this
out the
one,
CBD
the spicy pineapple.
Flaming Joe. That's the name of the flavor in honor of, does anybody know? Flaming Moe from The Simpsons.
Oh, Flaming Joe. Okay, it's right here. But it's
right there.
Yeah.
That's
I couldn't find the flavor. Whatever. You're good at something. You're good at something, John.
I'm good at something. It's like reading.
Congratulations.
Yeah, that's right. Courtney, are there any other people belly aching about eating raw fish?
Yes, of course there are. We have Adrian Fisher says, those that eat raw fish are just being lazy.
Really?
Thank you, Adrian.
Adrian's calling me lazy. Hold on. Hey, Herbert, put up the picture of the big fish. Put up the picture. You're calling me lazy, going 30 miles out and catching this fish. What did Adrian do? You know what Adrian? Look at that. That's a 45-pound fish. And what you wanted, you're calling me lazy. Adrian, let me tell you something. Go out, get yourself some McNuggets or something. That's lazy. That right there, my friend, takes effort. That took hours to catch.
Yeah, if you would have just spent some little bit more time on that comb over, John, you wouldn't look like that in your photos. Let's not start with taking time out to not be lazy and like, honey, because you didn't put no time in your hair or the food that you ate after that freaking fishing trip, which was raw fish.
Raw.
Nasty.
That's right. Raw fish. I ate raw fish. Courtney, who's backing me up on raw fish?
Nobody.
Courtney?
No, not a whole lot of people, John. We got a couple. But I'll tell you what, Lacey, you can make Danielle Claire's day if you call John a nasty.
Danielle Claire, well, this is a given, honey, because John is nothing but a nasty, and he proves himself over and over and over again every time we go live here on American Brain and Brawn. And today on our show, it is none other than John freaking Brenkus, proving yet again that he's nothing but a nasty, but this time showing that he eats raw fish. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it as a fad. I'm not doing it because the cool kids do it. I'm not doing it because the rich people think that it's cool to go out and buy some expensive sushi.
Rich people
down at the local. No.
Listen,
no.
More people in the world eat raw fish than cooked fish. No. That is a fact.
Prove it.
And it's not because they're lazy.
Fact check.
Prove it.
Courtney, please.
Go ahead. Fact check me. Go ahead, fact check me. Go walk around China and say, hey, where are you all cooking your fish?
You know what's
walk around Japan and say, hey, where are you cooking your fish? Go walk around India and say, where are you cooking your fish?
Literally, our show. What is the first word of our show?
American.
American, honey. So keep China out of it. Keep India out of it. We're talking about the U.S. of A. here. Nobody brought up China or India. What do Americans eat? What do the United States of
Americans have listen.
We like fried catfish, some gator tail, some freaking hamburgers and hot dogs.
Hamburgers where do you think the hamburger was invented? Do you think it was invented in America? No, it was not.
No, we're not bringing all that up. We're talking.
We are bringing that up because the American menu is the best food from around the world. That's what we do. We brought in all the great food and we kept it and we said, you know what? Hamburgers, those are awesome. And we just took it to the next level and call it American food, but it's not even American. We didn't invent it. That's the part. We didn't invent it.
If America kept the best food, why do you keep bringing up China and India when it comes to
We kept the best food. We kept sushi.
Keep it over there, honey. Keep up.
I bet you got, what's the name of the town that you live in? What is it? Podunk? Is that the name of it? Type in Podunk. Hey, Courtney, type in Podunk sushi. I bet you there's a sushi restaurant there.
I bet I've never been to it, John. You know why? Because I'm out frying my own damn catfish that I caught and my own alligator tail that I caught. Okay, John?
Hey, Courtney, we got another question for the room. Would you guys rather eat fried catfish or raw tuna? Fried catfish or raw tuna? That's your question.
Yeah, okay. I'll go with that.
Catfish is a dirty, nasty fish that eats. It's a bottom eater. It eats nothing. It's a scavenger. It's full of toxins. Of course, you have to cook it. And who wants to cook that and much less fry it? You want to talk about American food? That's not going to keep your figure nice and slim and trim like mine.
Uppity. You know, I'm sure wherever you come from, John, I bet your mommy and daddy went out and bought you sushi every other day of the week, didn't he, John?
Yeah.
Bless your heart. Yeah. But here I am, freaking, I'll eat whatever I have to eat, and a good old fried catfish nugget, some good old gator tail is the best food. Give me some fish and grits for breakfast in a heartbeat while you're over here squishing on your sushi. I can only imagine how that feels in your teeth. Some squishy ass sushi. Lord, you nasty, John.
My parents, we grew up in Vienna, Virginia, where sushi was plentiful.
Oh,
just plentiful. Vienna, Virginia. You know, home of sushi.
You know what they say? You know what they say about people from Virginia, don't you, John?
What do they? No, I don't know. What do they say?
I don't know, but if you come from Virginia, I can only imagine.
You know what they say about people from South Carolina and Georgia? You do know, right?
that we are the best Southern women. We can cook just as good as we can fire a weapon, honey. We take care of our men, we feed our babies, and we clean our houses, John.
That's in fact, that is what they say.
It is, because we're good at it.
That is.
We're good at raising babies, having babies, making babies, feeding our babies, taking care of our husbands.
Nope. doing whatever required, revolves around a baby. Wait, Courtney, what do you got?
Courtney, what do you want,
Courtney?
Oh, goodness. The response is overwhelming. We've got tons of people that love fried catfish all the way. So we got Stacey Holt, fried catfish.
All the way, honey.
Lady Mania, fried catfish.
Thank you, sweetheart.
God
bless America.
William Purdy, catfish.
Thank you.
Oh, my God. Listen, do you really mean to tell me that Stacey Holt would rather have fried catfish than raw tuna?
Raw tuna? Yes.
Stacey, you should be embarrassed. You should be embarrassed, Stacey.
The only places that I've ever seen sushi is whenever I go to like these nice restaurants when I'm on tour and I sit down and they offer me like these little pieces.
When I'm on tour.
When I'm on tour, honey.
I'm on
that's
tour.
What I do, sweetheart. And you know what? Then I look at the bill and it's like $120 for a piece of moving squid and a little hors d'oeuvre on the side. Like that, I will slide that plate and that bill to you.
Yeah.
Give me a $12 plate of fried catfish with some freaking
$12 plate? Where are you going? Like, are you going to the upscale Long John Silver or something?
Hey, it's any day better than sushi, honey. Any day. With your little wireless headphones in your ears. Nasty. Wasted money on those too, sweetheart.
Yeah. Your little. What are you wearing? A reptile top? What do you got? What did you go skin a catfish and make a halter top out of it?
Absolutely not. This is a WWE tap out sports bra that was given to me for free by WWE to represent what athletes look like, what they dress like, what they wear. Now, mind you, this top right here was free. Didn't have to pay for it. Save my money like I do on sushi because it's not worth it. All that stuff that you nasties out there do to fit in, to look good, order your sushi rolls and buy your expensive tops. No, my money stays in my account. I'll eat my fried freaking catfish with my grits, wash it down with my sweet tea, all under $10.99 while your ass is out there trying to impress the people sitting around the table. That's all you can do is go, because you don't have nothing to say, John.
Hold on a second. So you're eating fried catfish. I'm eating raw sushi. I'm eating raw tuna or mackerel or whatever. What do you eat for breakfast? You got ho-hos on the side? Like what's your American breakfast?
I got some pigs in a blanket, some bacon, throw some eggs, pop some biscuits in the oven, and put a thing of grits on the side, honey. Well, you know what? The honest answer to that, because to be honest with you, I don't know if you ever heard of corned beef hash. Look that up.
I've heard of that.
It's like 99 cents a can, honey. And I need to correct myself. What I eat for breakfast is whatever my husband requested of me to make for him. Okay?
Wow.
That is what I eat for breakfast. But you would know nothing about that because you're out there chasing sushi. And what other kind of women eat the sushi, John?
My wife, she loves sushi. In fact, our first date was at a sushi restaurant where I converted her to being a sushi eater, Lacey.
To each his own. Birds of a feather flock together. It's a damn good thing she's not on our show every week because I'd hate to hurt her feelings.
She is more delicate than I am. She's a little more delicate. I can take it though. Courtney, Courtney, do we have any other catfish eaters out there like Stacey Holt?
They're everywhere.
Ew.
They're everywhere, John.
That's gross. That is just gross. It's not American. That's just gross.
Whatever.
It's
not
gross.
American. Have you ever been noodling? I bet you've never even been noodling, have you, John?
I've been noodling. Of course I've been noodling. What American hasn't been noodling?
Why would you go noodling for a bottom feeder, John? Huh?
Well, what is noodling? What is noodling, by the way? I don't know. What is the thing that I said that I did?
Okay, you go into fresh water, obviously, unless you're going for some channel cat, which I'm sure you're not. You put on a glove, or you don't have to, but I suggest you do just in case any snapping turtles get you. And you go underneath big rocks or big logs, and you stick your hand down way inside the rock, and then you wiggle your finger like this until a catfish snaps on, and then you pull it out, and you hold on, and you hold on, and then you take it home and you fry it up and you eat it, John.
So is your finger the noodle? Is that what it's called? Why it's called noodling?
Yeah, like your finger's the noodle, but if it's a big catfish, it's your whole arm, and you just got to hold on and snatch it out.
And the catfish just eat your arm?
Well, I mean, if you don't know, because you pull it out of there, it's just like a false snack.
Is it like catfish don't have big teeth, so it doesn't hurt?
No, John. Oh my gosh.
I don't have a lot of experience with catfish. The fish that I catch have teeth, Lacey.
Yeah.
I don't catch toothless. You know what? That fits you about right. A toothless fish totally fits you. There you go.
Yeah. You know what fits you? Fancy fish that you got to have a boat to go out and catch, John. You would never make it if it wasn't for your ritzy little, I got a friend with a boat and I could just use his rods and reels to go out and catch these big old fish.
I didn't even know there was such a thing as a toothless fish.
Well, now you know, you big dummy.
All right, so you're reaching in. You're not using a rod and reel. You're using your finger like a noodle.
Yeah, like a noodle, because not everybody has rods and reels and friends with boats, John.
Yeah, no, people don't have like a stick and string with like a paper clip.
You've been cane pole fishing too, John?
I've been cane pole fishing. If that means makeshift fishing, yes, I have that.
You don't say. You ever been crawfishing, John, with a freaking hot dog?
I have been crawfishing a lot. I used to have a little creek right by my house in Virginia, and we used to go crawfishing all the time.
Well,
so
there's a few things I got to teach you, John. None of which involve rich friends with boats.
Listen, you can catch fish anyway. You don't need a rich friend with a boat.
John does to get his sushi.
Well, I mean,
the ponds that I fish in, honey, you got to cook your fish or else you are going to get sick.
Yeah, I bet. So Lacey, there are a lot of people in the chat room asking about WWE, and they're all saying that they want you to be champion. And when are you going to get your title match? What is it that you can glean for the audience?
Well, what I can say is that I'm not going anywhere, and I do deserve and have everything it takes to be champion, but I just got to wait for my opportunity. John, it's kind of like the catfish in the big hole. You just got to keep on wiggling your finger until something bites. So I show up and I wiggle, honey. I wiggle. But you got to be brave enough to stick your hand in the hole. And guess what? Every Monday, I'm just right in there. You know what I'm saying?
Man, I do not want to play this conversation back out of context.
I don't care. Do whatever you got to do, because I have the original video footage, and I will slam your ass down and whoever else tries to play it out of context, honey.
Now, if you and I were to like have a no holds barred wrestling match, not like a WWE script, not like a, hey, I'm going to whisper in your ear and we're going to do something. I mean like a full on UFC mano a womano. That's my man versus woman. Just battle royale. Do I stand a chance of getting out of the first round?
John, I know you like sushi, and I know you rely on friends with boats and comb overs, but I think you might want to ask yourself that question personally and not live, because you and I both know the answer.
Listen to me. I'm going to throw this out in the chat room, Courtney. Here's the question. If Lacey and I were to fight, like for reals, like throw down, she's got something in her hand, she's pissed off, she throws it on the ground, she comes charging at me like a bull. The question is, could I survive one round? We know that she would win overall. The question is, do I get out of the first round? And I'm going to say probably, because I could be shifty for 3 minutes. And if I only had to survive for 3 minutes, I could survive even an ass whooping from Lacey Evans for 3 minutes.
John, I would rip your eyeballs from your sockets, John. Like, you trust me when I tell you, if you wanted to go toe to toe with me with no rules,
no rules,
we both agreed that anything goes, John.
Yeah, anything goes.
3 minutes.
I make it out of the first round. Courtney, who's backing me up? Are you backing me up, Courtney?
Well,
Herbert?
no, first let's ask.
Yes, Herbert and I are on the same page with this. I'm taking him with me. So we think maybe you could last because we think you would just attempt to outrun her for 3 minutes.
That's right. That's right. Hey, listen, I didn't say I would out-punch her. I didn't say I would out-fight her. I said I would survive a round.
Okay, so you think that you have better endurance than me, John? Okay, Courtney, Herbert, you have a 56-year-old man sitting here, right? The 56. Most athletic anything he's done in the past 48 hours has been hunting out of a deer stand or throwing a pole, a rod, and reeling it in the deep blue sea. And that is enough endurance training to outrun me, Courtney? I mean, I know that you sit your butt in your chair all day long, as well as Herbert, and work on the computer.
Wow,
sweetie.
But trust me, a little sassy, nasty there.
Well, no, not sassy. Sassy, yes. Nasty, no. You see, that's the problem. That's why so many of you nasty things out there in the WWE universe hate me. It's because I speak the truth. It's because my confidence.
Go full on Lacey, because she's going to go on a tirade. Go on a tirade right now.
Yeah, I will. It's because I speak the truth, and my confidence makes all you little weak nasties feel a little insecure about yourself. But that is none of my business. You might want to call your moms and your dads and say, hey, why did you raise me to have Lacey Evans hurt my feelings on a day-to-day and make me realize stuff about myself that I should have known a long time ago and worked on? And yet again, it's not my problem. It's not my fault. Y'all got to look inside yourselves. And John, go ahead and put him back on the screen. And everybody out there can go ahead and agree or disagree, whatever you feel. I probably made you all mad enough to probably once agree with John that he would not last 3 minutes if there was no rule.
Full on me, Herbert. Herbert, get her off the screen.
Bye.
Get her off the screen. Hey, let me just tell you this. People out there, people of the good American Brain and Brawn audience, just listen to me right now. I have never claimed to be tough. I've never even been in a fight. I mean, who are we kidding, right? But the reality is, if Lacey Evans came charging at me and I had to survive for 3 minutes, I could dance around. And you know what I would do to really distract her? I would say, ooh, look, fried catfish. And she would be like, whoa. She'd be going, whoa. And that would occupy her for like 15 seconds. And then the next 15 seconds, I would say, hey, you want to go noodling? Look over there. There's a catfish. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. I'd go like that, and she would like be mesmerized. This is the same woman who didn't know what flavor she was drinking out of a can because she couldn't find the words. And she said to me, oh, you're good at some things. And I was like, yeah, like reading. So that would last me another 30 seconds when I go like this and say, hey, let's go noodling. Then I would hold up a word. And it doesn't matter what word it is. It would be like pineapple. And she would just be staring at it going, what does that say? And I would say, there's another 30 seconds. So now I'm almost out of the round and I survive all because all I had to do was distract her. That's all you need to do. I don't think it would work in the second round, but in the first round, I survived. Lacey, got anything to say about that? Oh, look at how mad she is. There she is getting underneath everybody else's skin. She can dish it out, but she can't take it.
I'm not going to entertain ignorance, John. If you were either we fight or we fish. But where I come from, I know the difference. If you want some, you want some. If you don't, you don't. And you can't handle it, which is why you're wiggling your little finger in front of the screen right now.
See, she couldn't ignore it. She could not ignore it. Do you see how I would win? She had to address it and go back to drinking the candy you didn't know what flavor it was.
Anyway, Courtney, what is the verdict? Would John get his butt kicked in the first round, or
man.
would I just finish him?
No, pretty much everybody is saying that you would finish him.
Okay, John, bless your heart. I hope that your little spew of like the finger and the fish and all that, which nobody probably paid attention to, made you feel a little better. And by the way, that's probably the most feminine finger I've ever seen. Sitting there as you talk big. So go ahead and put that down and go get another manicure. But right now, let's get back to the topic of discussion, and that's kicking your butt within 3 minutes. And everybody agreed. So
look at that. Look at the polish. Look at the light reflecting off my nail.
I'm not surprised at all. Bless your heart.
They are really nice. Look at those nails.
Yeah,
these are
great. That's some men, that's their thing, and it's your thing, just like sushi. You know, to each his own. Some men like sushi, some men
sushi and manicures.
Hey, at the end of the day, I'm a fried catfish, fried gator tail, dirty finger men with big old muscles kind of gal. It's just me. Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, there you have it. All right. Well, Lacey, what do you have coming up for this week? Because we've settled during this show. This is what we've settled.
That you would leave in 3 minutes.
I don't agree with that at all.
Everybody else does it though, John. No,
we know that Stacey Holt eats chicken fingers and mac and cheese. That's what we know. And we also know that you're a good shot. We know that. And I'm a really good fisherman. That's what we know.
Your son outfished you. What was his age again? Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to bring that up. You're right, John. Congratulations on your 2 fish that you got. I'm glad that half of them were too big to bring home. And the ones that were big enough, you ate it raw because you probably don't know how to cook. And, but it's okay though, John, you know, like I said, there's a lot of stuff I can teach you that doesn't involve rich people's boats and fishing rods and sushi.
Oh my God.
Until next time, John.
Yeah. Okay. Well, listen, everybody. I love you. I don't know about Lacey, but I love you. Even
they know I love them.
Even though, well, I don't know. Why don't we go full on Lacey? Let's see if Lacey can actually be nice to the audience, because she scorns people a lot. It's very mean.
Hello.
No, go ahead. Be nice. There you go. Be nice, Lacey.
Kind of off of the spur of the moment.
This is a little awkward, isn't it?
No, it's not awkward, honey. Trust me when I tell you, my fans mean everything to me. But when you get on here and start running your mouth, John, it's a whole nother story. But it's not about John. It's about you. It's about the American Brain and Brawn fans out there. This is from WWE superstar Lacey Evans. And I want to personally say thank every single one of you for tuning in on Wednesdays to listen to what normally is nothing but positivity, uplifting, loving, motivated content. We will continue to bring just that because me, Lacey Evans, I'll keep John out of this for 2 seconds to prove my point. Lacey Evans believes that everybody out there, regardless of where you come from or what you've been through, can become anything that they set their mind to. That no matter even if the world is going through hell right now, you have what it takes within you and your heart and your brain to push through and make the best out of any situation. And that is why I make sure that even on my days off, no matter how tired I am from homeschooling my kid, feeding my husband, traveling for WWE, putting on a show, that I will continue to not only use my platform, but these Wednesdays to bring you positivity, uplifting content that can get your mind off of the negative and push you to work towards the positive. So everybody out there, American Brain and Brawn fans, I love you so much. Keep your head up, keep it classy, and don't be nasty, y'all.
I thought that was really nice.
It
Herbert,
was nice. I love that.
I want to show you something before we leave here. Do you want to see what power is? Do you want to see what power is?
Flip me back on the screen. This is an easy one.
Here's power. Hey, Herbert, show me the monkey. Herbert, show me the monkey.
I'm not looking.
I'm
not looking.
Wait a minute. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. You want to see power? We got power going. There we go. Monkeys, right where the monkey belongs.
You want to see even more power? Keep it classy, you nasties.
All right. All right, Herbert, get us out of here.